join with us in a moment of silence as we grieve the loss of Mr. Richard Hartree and Mr. Willie Davis. Please join me. Amen. Thank you all very much. Continuing now, could I get a motion to adopt the July agenda?
So moved. Second.
Been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor of adopting the agenda, please let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Opposers? Ayes have it, so be it. Dr. Brooks?
Yes, ma'am. Next on our agenda is our public participation, and no one has signed up to speak to the board according to board policy for public participation. Therefore, I'd like to move on to presentations for this evening. And we are going to begin with Safety Director, Mr. Corey Goebel, as he shares some brief updates to us about Senate Bill 17.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I just wanted to update the board on the progress that we have made thus far as it relates to our compliance with Senate Bill 17, House Bill 98, or 298, excuse me. Specifically as it relates to the wearable panic technology component of those two laws. As the board is aware, you passed the option for us to move forward with Centegix back earlier in the year, back in January. We are fully implemented with Centegix, with our teachers receiving their training for the wearables going into the end of the month. So as we go into the school year, as it starts on August 5th, all of our teachers, all of our staff will have their wearable panics. They're already programmed, they're already ready for them to wear, and the buttons are ready for them to push. We just don't want them to push them. The flyer that I've shared with you is a sample, or it's actually an example of a series of flyers that will be going out weekly to all of our staff. The audio enhancement, so our primary school still has that capability to use in the classroom. However, the Centegix panic alert system is what we've moved to just from a crisis communications component.
Audio enhancement only is used to enhance your voice for classroom instruction.
Any questions?
Thank you very much.
Next presentation is Dr. Tyson as he updates us on the work at the athletic complex for Oak Hill Middle.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'd like to give you a brief update on the Oak Hill Middle School Athletic Facility project. As the board knows, we selected Performance Services as our contractor for this to do the scope of work that includes adding a new press box for us, restrooms, a concession building, stormwater mitigation, parking, fencing, seating, batting cages, and a new scoreboard. Since the last update to the board, we have added a request to have stairs added to that project. And the reason that we did that was to improve the pedestrian safety and to enhance their experience. If you could picture the Oak Hill parking lot, the way that it's laid out, there's a steep hill that you have to go down to get to the ball field. So we've added some stairs there that are gonna add to the enhancement of that facility. And for your visual purposes, here are some pictures that show what those stairs will look like. That's one view. This is a second view of the same. And this is a final view of those stairs going from the parking lot down to the ball field. Our original budget for that project was $1.7 million. We added those stairs to that increased that budget by $125,000, and it took the budget up to $1.825 million. We don't anticipate any further impacts to our budget for this project, but we'll keep a close eye on that and continue to keep the board updated should we run into any other concerns or get any money back as far as that budget goes. Adding those stairs and getting the permitting to get that done did slightly impact the completion of our project. Originally, we anticipated having that project completed in early August. Now there's been a slight slip to the right of that, and we're anticipating late September as a completion date. To quickly take you through the phases of our construction for the entire project, starting back on March 11th through the 24th was our design phase. From the 6th of April to the 22nd of May was our permitting, and then Performance Group got their subcontractors April 27th through the 12th of June, and then we actually began construction on the 15th of June. And as I said, we anticipate completing that project now no later than September 25th. Our next steps obviously are to continue to monitor the construction of that project while we monitor the budget and the schedule. We will coordinate with Performance Group and their subcontractors to make sure that we're inspecting the project as we go along, and we will meet with them as we meet their milestones to make sure that they're meeting our expectations rather than doing one large inspection once the entire project is complete. And obviously, we'll continue to update the board as we go through this process and the construction takes place. And I would like to leave you with a final view of the entire project, minus the stairs. If you start at the very top, you can see that we've added some parking there, ADA compliant parking with a sidewalk that goes up to the complex. There's a flagpole that's been added with a concession stand. Both the visitor and the home team have a batting cage that's been added, and then we've upgraded our seating as well. So we're very excited about the completion of that project, and we know that that will enhance our students and our community's experience when they come to our ball games. Are there any questions?
Refresh our memory, when does the baseball season begin?
The baseball season begins in August, but we're going to schedule our games at other facilities. And we hoped to have our last home game in that facility, and depending upon whenever it's actually completed, we may or may not be able to do that. If it's that September date, we may be pushing it to get that done.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Looks very impressive. Very impressive.
Okay. Next, I'd like to ask Miss London to come forward as she's going to share some information regarding the financial manuals that we utilize with our bookkeepers and just updates to our processes and procedures.
Good evening.
So I'm just gonna give you the highlights of, the updates for our, financial manual. So what you see highlighted in yellow is what is added. There's a more detailed report, on the website as well that covers each section, and then that part of it is highlighted in which that has been added. But, for the, meeting purposes, I just thought this would be added one page. So, page 6-6, we're adding the statement regarding, see the federal programs handbook for purchases using federal funds. And if the purchase is over $10,000 or more, with Head Start funds, you have to have prior approval. And we also added Omnia Partners as part of, not having to vet if you, you utilize those services from Omnia Partners, we have some type of partnership agreement with them where you don't have to bid it out if you use them, because they've already vetted
Their
the
state.
vendors. And then also, the next one is the sales tax and use. We were able to get sales tax exemption in the state of Florida when some of our staff traveled to Florida. So we're gonna add that to let staff know that that sales tax exemption form is on the website, as well as prior to them traveling out of state from now on, let us know so that we can contact that state to see if we can exempt the sales tax. The next one is gonna be payment discounts. We're just adding a statement that invoices will be paid within 30 days of receipt. That was not formally in our policies, but vendors should know that and our staff should know that so that we can have time to process invoices adequately. The next one is gonna be travel. When we're paying travel, this does not include our ESS, the ESS employees, not our, but the ESS employees for travel reimbursement. And then the next one is going to be for property and equipment. So when utilizing federal funds, you have to follow a different capitalization threshold than what we have. Their threshold for equipment is $10,000 and ours is $25,000. So we had to add this for them to reference the federal handbook, which has it detailed out, instead of detailing it out in our financial manual. The next one is, just basically letting our staff know that we are a member of GSBA, who provides our insurance coverage and risk management services. The next one is indirect cost plan. Head Start's admin costs can exceed 15% of the approved program costs, and administrative costs is tracked monthly. Also, we have a reference here for staff to refer to Head Start's cost allocation plan for further guidance. You all approved that Head Start cost allocation plan in June, but we need to add that to our financial manual so that staff would know that they need to refer to that. And then the last one also relates to Head Start. It's gonna be the semi-annual and annual reports that are due at the closeout of the grant period. They were not previously listed in our financial manual, so it's been added. So it can be a seamless transition if another CFO comes.
Decades from now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Ms. London, who falls into the administrative costs? 15% is a low number.
Well, administrative costs would be someone, say, like, finance, HR,
Superintendent.
basically those types.
Support staff?
Support
Someone
staff,
in
yeah.
administrative?
Superintendent, HR, finance, it really is a small number. It's anyone who doesn't immediately touch instruction in classrooms.
And that, and Head Start's budget is only 1.9 million.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you see the full manual is available on Assembly as well. Next, we'd like to ask Technology Officer, Mr. Brian Daniel, to share updates regarding our 26-27 school year technology plan.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Just want to give a quick update on some changes we made for this year to help eliminate so much screen time and do a more focused learning environment for everyone. So basically, K-5, we've decided no technology fees, same with 6th through 8th grade. In K-5, we're gonna have dedicated devices in each room daily, if the need arises for just a handful of devices. If they need more devices, then we'll have carts available for checkout. 8th grade, 6th through 8th grade, there'll be carts available for checkout on a daily basis for them. And 9th through 12th, they will still be a one-to-one school. There'll be a $30 technology fee, which that was implemented back in 2020. But if they want to take the device off campus, they have to pay this $30 technology fee. And if they choose not to pay the fee, there'll be carts available for devices for them to use daily also. Other than that, I'm not gonna read through the whole responsibility thing, but we just are putting that out there just to ensure that they realize that the devices are their responsibility. We expect them to be treated as they should, and that they are responsible for any damages that may occur. So, that's basically it.
I do want to highlight, if you see on here, if there is intentional damage to a device, that is vandalism, and it will go, just like it says in our code of conduct, that's a level 3 offense and can go to a tribunal. And again, we're talking about intentional damage. Purposely removing the keyboard letters, purposely taking pencils to USB drives. Obviously, mistakes happen. We're not talking about I left my pencil in it and cracked a screen, but truly vandalizing the property.
TikTok challenges.
That,
Basically.
How will early college be handled?
so,
They're basically falling under the
9-12.
high school, so they'll still be allowed to take them home and everything, just like they have been.
I'm guessing we'll address the $30 technology fee on the front end of the school year, instead of trying to do that piecemeal throughout.
can you tell them how that's done in Infinite Campus?
Yeah, there's actually a form in Infinite Campus. Once we are made aware that they would like to take the device home, then we allow that form to be downloaded to that parent portal for that particular student, then they complete it, pay the fee online.
We've had some concerns in the past with actually getting the fee. So we want to be sure we're on target with that.
And by doing this, if they don't want to pay the fee, then the
Yeah.
device stays in the house.
Yeah. And that these students at this age, that responsibility, they should be able to handle that.
Absolutely.
And understand the importance of the technology going home with them, providing them with the support at home, having that one-to-one. And that's important.
So this is staggered based on grade levels and ages, as you see. It's also staggered on the amount of screen time children should have. Our younger students would have less screen time. Our high school students who may be doing dual enrollment, you're going to be doing your assignments through the computer. So you're going to have more screen time. And so you have access to having the technology fee and taking it home and working on those assignments. So it really is putting the focus on direct instruction during the classroom time.
I'm very happy to see that too, that they don't just have the computers right there at their disposal all through the day, so that's very good.
And we have pushed some updates to our Lightspeed system recently too, that we hope will help the teachers have a better insight as to see the screens, to ensure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they can actually lock them out if they need to.
And I will say, we started a teacher council. They've been meeting this summer. We met twice in June. We meet 2 times, actually this week. And it's about 40 teachers, and they applied to be part of that council, working on vertical alignment K-12. Every person there, one of their first conversations was direct instruction, more hands-on activities, less computer time.
That's wonderful.
And our parents have also said that we need to give more books so they can read instead of them being on
On the computers.
the electronic devices. Because I know a lot of them say they do it at home, try to deter them from the electronics.
So Brian, would they have carts at early college also for 6th to 8th grade?
There's carts there.
This is very encouraging.
That's a great question.
Especially the 9 through 12, having the opportunity to go home with the device.
I do think this is a good idea for them to be able to take it home, because I know a lot of people at early college, it is a load work. It is a lot of work for them to do it, not just at early college, but any grade level, typically getting any type of work assigned to them. Most of it is electronically, but it is a good idea for them not to have so much screen time, so a lot of things could be hands-on, because I know technology's become more advanced, but it is good for students to still be able to do things hands-on instead of always relying on the electricity to do it for them.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you.
And lastly, for presentations, we're going to have our members of our executive team and cabinet come forward and discuss our 5-year strategic plan based on the pillars that we want to present to you later for approval. So we'll have them come up as an entire team. And you will see, we have a lengthy 5-year plan that talks about our measurements and our tools and our timeline. But to ensure clarity and to be concise, we have just our one-page summary so that everybody can quickly understand what our focus area is, what our goals are, and what it will look like when you're in a school. Our purpose is to make sure that we have this 5-year roadmap and that the work that we do always aligns to that. There may be multiple initiatives that the state pushes out or things that we're interested in, but what we want to do is to make sure that our focus is intentional on these particular areas. These areas will map what we do each day. They map the school's improvement plan, and they just help guide our work so that we're very intentional about the activities that we do so that we're building deeply to have success for students and to make sure that we have high-quality workforce as well. So we're going to begin first with Ms. Burney as she talks about successful student outcomes, and we'll go forward with the other areas.
Yes, and we are excited about our 5-year strategic plan. To start out, we want to ensure that our students have successful outcomes, and we're going to do that by creating high-quality assessments. So we're going to look at our common assessments to make sure that teachers know and understand what they're teaching and what our kids need to know and learn as they are teaching. We're also going to use weekly collaborative teams, and most of our schools do that already. We have collaborative planning time for our teachers to get together to look at our Georgia Standards of Excellence and also look at the data to develop lesson plans. We're going to expose our students to real-world literacy, and we're going to help them build logical problem-solving and analytical skills, and also writing across subjects. We want to make sure that we are integrating practical, career-focused writing activities for our students.
So within the realm of climate and culture and in improving climate and culture, I want you to think about what climate and culture means, because it is in large part kind of the glue that holds all of this together. We already have a strong push towards the physical safety of our students and of our facilities, but looking at the psychological well-being of our students as well as the psychological well-being of our staff, and understanding that putting those tiered behavioral instruction plans and programs and a structured, rigored disciplinary process in place such that outcomes are known before attitudes are shown, if that makes sense. We want to push explicit skills. We want to go back to the basics of teaching conflict resolution and those things that will get you through life, not just through 9th grade. We want to build life lessons through teaching about school safety, teaching about self-regulation, how to contain yourself, and then those behavioral lessons, and doing that across all classrooms and maintaining that consistency. We want active involvement. We want to break down the barriers and open up our extracurricular and our club involvement and grow that beyond what it currently sits at. We want to see that grow so that our kids have that sense of belonging, and our teachers have that, and our staff have that sense of belonging as well. And then all of that feeding the academic growth, because again, academic growth can't happen if students feel unsafe, students feel unsupported, and so we want to see where they are at the beginning of the year. We want to continue moving them throughout the year, and then we want to see where we're at the end of the year so we know where to get better next year.
Mr. Bill, there's an emotional piece here in that climate and culture that's important. Is that the
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And then the climate and culture directly ties into our family and community engagement. And I'm really excited about this. One thing we plan to do is to unify our connections with the community. We want to make sure that our calendars are updated. And we have, of course, our first live stream meeting. I know we did a trial run, but this is our official first live stream meetings because we have a lot of families who can't come to our board meetings, so they do have access to our live stream meetings. Two-way trust. We want to make sure that we are building the trust of the community so that they can continue to support us. And one thing that we want to do is if families reach out to us, we want to make sure we respond within 48 hours. Proactive attendance, and we want to use multidisciplinary support teams. I am in charge of that multi-tiered system of support, and we want to make sure our parents are aware of what's going on, and we are informing them of how we are supporting their kids and how they can support their kids, and also provide incentives to reduce chronic absenteeism. We want deep partnerships, and that's something that, you know, we've done a good job, but we want to definitely grow in our partnerships with the community. We want more people in the community to come in and mentor our students, and we're trying to increase that by 25%. And then finally, parent capacity, definitely building the parent capacity to feel that they are welcome to come into the schools. We want to equip parents with workshops and resources that they can take home to share with their kids. We don't want parents to feel like I had a bad experience at school, so I don't want anything to do with that school. I'm going to send my child, you educate them. No, we want parents to be involved as well, so we want to make sure we provide them with the toolkits to be successful. Thank you.
High quality workforce. We want to make sure that we have the right people in place so that our children and our district can be successful. Hiring pipeline. So we want to strengthen our partnership with Georgia College and State University, which is one of the highest producers of teachers in the state, and create a direct pipeline from Georgia College campus to our classroom, and actually preparing the next generation of teachers for the Baldwin County School District. Teacher leadership, the launch of the Teacher Collaborative Council, so that our educators have a voice in the planning that we do for the district. Instructional clarity, providing standardized power standard so that the curriculum is consistent among all of the schools. Ongoing support, we want to ensure that we are constantly supporting our teachers with constructive feedback and professional coaching to support the classroom success. Thank you.
And last but not least, I want to talk very quickly about operational efficiency. When you think about operational efficiency, we want to make sure within our district that every piece of equipment, every dollar, every process is working to maximum capacity so that we can maximize the educational experience that our students have here in Baldwin County schools. We all know that teaching and learning is at the forefront of everything that we do as a school district, but in the background of that has to be operational efficiency. That has to work to the maximum capacity in order to help with the teaching and the learning. And if you think about it, that starts when we hire an employee. From the moment that an employee comes in, we've got to have processes in place to make sure that we're doing the onboarding with that employee. We got to make sure that we have processes in place for our payroll so that we can get our employees paid. Anything that we do within our district, we've got to have processes in place, and everybody needs to understand what those processes are and that they operate efficiently. Also, we have to be good stewards of our taxpayer dollars. We don't have an endless supply of money. As much as we would like to have more, we have to make sure that we maximize the use of the fiscal assets that we have in order to maximize the operation of our district. And finally, we have to provide a safe learning environment for our students. We have to make sure that our teachers and our staff feel safe in our school district. Mr. Goebel spoke to us about Centegic's badges. That's one of the steps that we're taking to make sure that our learning environment in our community feels safe about what we're doing here in Baldwin County Schools. And I guess to wrap it up, when you think about operational efficiency, don't think about it in terms of doing more with less. Think about it in terms of maximizing what you do with what you have. And that will increase the operational efficiency, and overall that will increase our teaching and learning within our district.
Overall, our goal is to be very intentional as we work with our schools and all employees, whether they're contract employees or whether they're our employees through Baldwin County Schools, that everyone is intentionally working on these core areas, that they know that the work is focused on these core areas, so that in every school, when you walk in, and including the board office, it's warm, it's welcoming, there's a sense of trust, everyone is engaged on the same work, there's rigorous classrooms, so that students are mastering standards so that they can be successful and productive in today's work world. Ultimately, that is what we're doing, is growing the next generation of leaders. And we want all of our employees to be able to spend each day focused on the work that they do in this framework.
Under parent and community quick walkthrough checklist, the parents are going to hopefully see all of this going on in whichever school they're in. So that sounds very good. And all of these operational efficiency and so on are embedded in our strategic plan.
The operational efficiency will be codified processes that we actually create. You saw it first this evening with Ms. London referring to a financial manual. So those are codified processes. This is how we operate financially. Federal programs, this is how we operate financially. All employees, we have an employee manual. This is how we operate with hiring. This is the expectation as an employee, so that the expectations are clear, because there is a process that's been determined and you can go back and see it in writing, regardless of what department you're in or what school you're in.
That's good.
Dr. Brooks, I have a question. The hiring pipeline partner with Georgia College. So what if somebody sees and they say, well, I'm not attending Georgia College, I'm attending another school being a teacher, because we don't want people to think we're just hiring from Georgia College.
And so we do have other partnerships with other universities as well, and they do place teachers within our school.
I know we have partnership with Fort Valley,
Gordon and Middle Georgia,
and what's the one that we have after Georgia?
Georgia State University.
Okay.
We just wanted to, we are the only district that has the highest ranked teacher education program in their back door. So we want to be very intentional about that partnership, that as they bring in student teachers and they work with our teachers and they become excellent future teachers, those individuals to choose us to teach in, that they're spending a year, if not 2 years, in our classrooms building relationships. How do we capture some of those individuals to become our teachers?
Thank you. Sounds good.
Dr. Brooks, how will the strategic plan be presented in the schools and kept top of mind? Because we have a tendency to work on something like this, great work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of wonderful people, and then what we don't want it to do is go on the shelf.
Not only will you make it part of my evaluation tool, it's part of the evaluation tool for our leaders. It's been embedded into their school improvement plans. And so when we talk about an initiative we want to do, if we talk about a purchase we want to make, we go back to the strategic plan. So if, we say we really are wanting to create, this robotics club. Well, let's look and see, where does it fall in our strategic plan? Is it something that we've identified? And then is that part of the school improvement plan? And then all of those connected pieces help drive the work that we do. So there's going to be a lot of great things that are happening across other school districts and across the nation. And it doesn't mean that we're not interested in them. It just may not be our intentional focus. We can't do it all. So what we want to do is do the things that we do them excellent and great. And once those become part of our embedded culture, then you go and you take the next level. And so, again, this is over 5 years. So these action steps, once those are mastered, additional action steps will come in place.
It'll be a metric against everything.
And that's going to be in our larger scorecard. That scorecard will be on Assembly. Miss Lanita from GSBA, they're still inputting it in Assembly, but that is in Assembly, and that's how we will use it as a measurement tool. We will review it at our principal meetings. We'll review it publicly at our board meetings. Next month, our goal is even to change the structure of our agenda. So when you see an area with a presentation, that it's truly matched exactly to a goal area. And so those are the things that we will focus on in our leadership meetings as well as our board meetings.
Sounds good.
Well, that's what leads, guides, and drives our strategic plan. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to make a recommendation that we approve the consent agenda action items. Can I get a motion to that effect, please?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor of approving the consent agenda action items as presented, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it, so be it. Dr. Brooks.
Okay. Next, we will have our student representative, Ms. Moss, as she begins her senior year this year, her first presentation for the new school year.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are having an amazing summer and are ready to transition to the 26-27 school year, because I am. So today I'll be going over my plan as far as my role and position as a student representative. Back in May, I did give a brief overview, and I'll basically be doing the same thing today. So entering the new school year, I am going to be attempting to go around to, to all of the schools monthly, at least 3 schools out of the month, and not just being observatory of what the students think and how their behavior is and how they act, but as well as just getting an understanding and being open-minded of to how they feel about the school, the classes, their peers, as well as their teachers, not even on an academic level, but, personally, I don't just want to be in the classroom just seeing how everything's going as far as like relationships and connections and engagement with their work, but I also want to just get a very good understanding of how they think things could be done differently or things they don't really appreciate about, just their academics or anything in their personal life. So I'll be doing this by, being in the classrooms, trying to help out as best as possible, because I don't want to just, be sitting off in the corner taking notes. So I want to be engaging and interactive as possible with them, just giving them the understanding and reassurance that, just not adults can also be here for you, but a student and someone close to your age as well. Just really expanding and, enhancing my understanding to other students, not even just my age, maybe older or a little bit younger than me. And so another way I'll be doing this, attending recess with them, assemblies, student council meetings to also get further intel on what they have to say about things going around in the school or outside of the school. And I'll also be meeting monthly with the principals to, tell them about my concerns or the concerns of other students they may be having. And, just giving everyone an understanding, just really taking my position in a beneficial and effective way, not just for the students, but for staff and faculty as well, to understand what they can enhance about, their job and things that'll make learning better for the students.
Good job.
And that supports our desire to make sure that we have that warm, welcoming, psychologically safe environment.
Sounds good.
For old business, I would like to make a requested board action, and this is in regards to the presentation on Oak Hill Middle Athletic Complex. This is the change order as presented. I'd like to recommend approval of the change order to include the paved steps and walkway for Oak Hill Middle School's athletic complex.
Can I get a motion to approve the change order for the paved steps and walkway grading for the Oak Hill Athletic Complex?
So moved.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Moving on to new business. Next, we will ask Miss London to come forward regarding our financial report for June.
Good evening again. My first report is going to be the SPLOS report. So for the month of June, we had we collected a total of $886,959.90. We earned interest in the amount of $70,540.45. So for June, cash flow, we did not expend anything in the month of June for SPLOS, so we still have 9.6 mil left for projects. Okay, and balance sheet, we've expended 84.8% of our expenses. Our general fund balance is 35.3 million. School food fund balance is 1.1 million. And all other fund balance is 32 million. Okay, our monthly financial, we collected 94.3% of our revenue, and we've expended 84.8% of the expenses. So let's just keep in mind that we still have expenses outstanding, and I anticipate us closing at the end of August. Okay, so our fund monthly statements, of course, I have that we should have spent 100%, but really, and that's just because we're in the month of June and it's 12 months. But to date, we've spent 83.16% of our general fund, and that does include our encumbrances or our outstanding POs in the amount of $71,889. And all other programs or projects are on target for spending, if they have to spend all of their money. For those that do have to spend all of their money, we're on target to spend it all. And those that we can carry over, of course, we're gonna carry it over. The next one is going to be the historical SPLOS analysis. So again, we received $886,959.90, and with that, to date, we've collected $47,158,806.12 for SPLOS 6, and we should receive our last payment for SPLOS 6. I think it may be this month. No, it's gonna be next month for June. Sorry. Critical needs, there was only one expense. There it is. There was only one expense in the month of June for critical needs, which was $2,455 for our office furniture for the LVA principal. And then the last financial report is going to be ELC. So for ELC, they basically have spent all of their funds, and but again, we haven't closed out completely, but they've expended all of their funds, and anything that is left over, well, there's not anything left over. The local, we pick up their excess. So, and then the last thing I want to report is going to be the TRS payment was processed on July 7th in the amount of $685,497.25. Our state health benefits payment was mailed
on July 7th as well, in the amount of $939,167.97. And that concludes my report, my financial report.
Ms. London, I have a question. On the fund monthly statement, the ARC homeless, I see that, is that the one where we were getting, the grant for the homeless, the students that were homeless?
That was before my time, but
That was the grant back, I go back with our COVID money, that you received that grant. That grant has gone away, but we were able to carry it over until we were able to expend it.
Okay.
So there, at this time, we do not have homeless grant funding. Ms. Wolf will be able to apply for it, but it comes every few years.
Okay. I know we were getting it, it wasn't the ARC, but we was getting it last year, I think.
But it was part of that. It was part of the American Rescue Plan. So that, we still have to report McKinney-Vento, but we do not have a McKinney-Vento grant yet.
Help us with the ROTC, how that works in terms of them covering, I see where the 180,000.
Right.
Okay, and so what Mr. Cummins is referring to is at $188,275. What happens is, junior ROTC is funded by the Navy, but they only fund 50% of the salaries of the 2 staff that we have. So we have to therefore pay the remaining costs for their salaries, which for fiscal year 25, it was $188,275. I did not put it on the books last year. So therefore, I'm putting it on the books now. And so at the end of this fiscal year, we will have another amount. So basically, the $188,275 was for fiscal year 25.
Do we factor that 50%?
Yes, it's in our budget.
Do we pick it up each month?
Yes.
We show it that way?
Mhm.
Okay.
So on this report down here at the bottom, so if we go all the way across, ROTC in Fund 482, it's in Fund 482, so there's your amount monthly that we're having to expend. And so then it adds up. So to date, we've expended $245,257, which includes that $188,275.
So just as a reminder for ROTC, we have a Navy program. The Navy sets the requirements for what we must pay. They only fund it at 50%, but we're also required to pay the TRS and the benefits as well. So we do accept that money from the Navy to have the program, but we are required to produce the remaining funds. But we budget that into our salary projections every year.
And you know, as we see, this was the first year with our East Loss collections that it's the first year we've had in years where it was less than the previous year. Close, but just slightly less. So that's an early sign or indicator I believe we should be very aware of in terms of that revenue.
Thank you.
Moving on, I would like to request board action for the 26-27 school year, and that is to recommend continuation of attorney-at-law Leah Gieslin to be our contract external hearing officer for the school year.
I get a motion to approve Lee Brogdon Giesling, attorney-at-law, to be our contract external hearing officer for 26-27. Motion.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Is she the same one we had? Okay.
Yep, same person.
All in favor then, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers? Ayes have it.
Next, I know that we have been communicating and sharing out about the strategic plan, but I would like to go before and have a formal recommendation to approve the 5-year strategic plan, which would go from school year 26-27 all the way to school year 2030-2031 in the domains of successful student outcomes, culture and climate, family and community engagement, high-quality workforce, and operational efficiency.
Is there a motion to approve the 5-year strategic plan for 2026 through 2031?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Aye.
It sounds like a long time, but it's not.
Yeah, it really isn't. Go by fast.
Moving forward, I'd like to make a recommendation regarding our school foods program. As you know, with our after-school program and even athletics and, of course, the community, we do have a dinner program available. And because of that dinner program, we do have to name a principal who is over that. So I would like to make a formal recommendation to appoint Ms. Akita Mayweather, who is our school foods director, as principal to accept responsibility of the child and adult care food program, and she accepts responsibility of this appointment.
Can I get a motion to approve Ms. Akita Mayweather as the principal, taking full responsibility of the child and adult care food program?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion?
She is here in the event that you need her.
Well, we just want to thank her for all that she's done so far and what's ahead. Thank you very much.
Especially for the summer program and the feeding
Fantastic.
program. Wonderful job. Thank you so much. All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers? Ayes have it.
Thank you. And we had such a successful and seamless summer program. Our families were so appreciative, and our volunteers were always welcoming and cordial, and so it was a great summer.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Next, I would like to make a recommendation to approve as presented the CTAE Perkins Improvement Plan.
Is there a motion to approve the CTAE Perkins Improvement Plan?
And you see the activities and information listed as well.
So moved.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that we approve the CTAE Perkins Improvement Plan. All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers? Ayes have it.
Great. And the last new business item is to recommend board action to approve the Head Start Quality Improvement Plan. And this Quality Improvement Plan was created based on our most recent monitoring with Head Start. It is a financial review plan, and it recommending to approve this and this in the area of compliance as it relates to our data entry and ledger accuracy for Head Start. There were no findings that impacted our budget. There were some data entry findings and timeline findings, and through technical assistance with Head Start, those have already been improved. So we've summarized what is in that plan just for ease and understanding, nothing to our budget, but to ensure that we follow those federal compliance mandates in terms of how we code information for Head Start. So I would like to recommend approval of our Head Start Quality Improvement Plan for financial review.
Can I get a motion to approve the Head Start Quality Improvement Plan financial review?
So moved.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Well, I told Dr. Brooks earlier, board, that this felt like a learning opportunity with the changes we had in our first year and just getting our heads wrapped around all, especially the coding and the way things are done. What people want.
Absolutely.
Thank you. All in favor, then, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers? Ayes have it.
Great. Moving into our superintendent's report, we do have for your review there and for also the public, and it's also on our website, a link to our updated school handbooks. Our handbooks are comprehensive. They include information about the dress code. There's no changes. We still have uniforms across the district, but also the student handbook as well as the code of conduct. The code of conduct has been updated to have specific levels, level 1 offense, level 2 offense, level 3 offense, just to keep some consistency across our schools, and also to help our families and our students be well aware that if they engage in a level 2 or a level 3 offense, that is subject to tribunal and that is subject to alternative school placement, and it lists what those items are. Dr. Tyson is available if you have specific questions, but we did want to share publicly that is public on our website as well. And coming to school as a student means you agree to abide by the student handbook.
Very good. Any questions from anyone? Thank you for your hard work on that. Thank you, Dr. Tyson.
Next is just a review of our organizational structure as we begin the school year. We are so fortunate that we are a comprehensive school system that has a flagship high school and middle school, and then primary and elementary schools that support it. We have a district office that works with the function of supporting those schools, and all of that is based on making sure that we are responsive and engaged with what our community needs so that we are a school system that's supporting that need. And you will see that we have our departments are all listed by our chief areas with academics, with operations, with HR, such as that, deputy superintendent. And then underneath that are the specific divisions, and each area in our strategic plan will align with one of our chief areas so that we're all learning and growing and being responsible for moving our district forward.
Thank you very much, Dr. Brooks, for getting our organizational structure done. And I think things will move smoothly as a result of so doing. Thank you very much.
Welcome. And then moving on to good and exciting news, our Back to School Bash is July 23rd. It will be from 10 to 12 at Baldwin High School. Miss Mapp and Miss Burney have been working already. We've got all of our vendors lined up, and we are excited about having our community come out from 10 to 12 as we welcome our students back, and we have supplies and information for them, including community opportunities to sign up for scouts, to sign up for supports with communities and schools, after-school programs, boys and girls clubs, so many of the great opportunities that are available in Baldwin that are outside of the school system. LifeWise will be there, so we have so many ways to show our children how the community supports them and what's available even after school hours. So we're excited about July 23rd.
Sounds good.
Next is new teacher orientation. We will begin our first day on July 27th here at the board office with a welcoming and with all the board office items that have to occur. And then on July 28th, those new teachers will be working at the school under their principal and with their mentor teacher. And from there, we will celebrate our beginning of the year convocation. That is going to be on Friday, July 31st. It will begin, the doors will open at 2, but we will begin at 2:30 with Mr. Impossible. We will be student-led again, and so we have students who will be leading our convocation and our welcome back as we create that warm, welcoming environment and get everybody excited about student learning.
Dr. Brooks, back to the new teacher orientation, how are we in terms of staffing leading into the new year?
We have good news. We're full.
Good.
She got up in a hurry.
She's happy.
She wants to tell this.
That's the good part.
It's a great question.
So I think we have maybe one teacher that's outstanding, and principals are still doing interviews. So we're looking good this year.
Great.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Including the coaches that you had previously advertised for.
So that's done at the school level by the principal and the athletic director.
Very good.
Yes.
Great.
Classrooms are covered, and they were working with their current staff to help align any of those coaching positions. We are also excited, sent out to all of our principals, we want to do a very intentional focus on anyone who has graduated from Baldwin High and is returning to us, and so we're getting those names. We are growing in that area for the number of people who are coming back as new employees, and they are high school graduates from Baldwin.
Very good. Excellent. Good job.
Our district-wide open house will be Monday, August the 3rd, and you see those extended hours that we have in place to ensure that it's available for families after work hours up until 6:30. And so we have our staff ready to welcome everyone. And because open house is intended to meet your teacher, find your classroom, we will have computer labs available if anyone has to work on, anything with Infinite Campus, but this is a time to come in, see the school, meet your teacher, and be ready for that first day of school. But that is Monday, August the 3rd. We are excited that there are no weekend open houses this year. We want to make sure that our families, our teachers, and our students enjoy their weekend and are fresh for when school starts back.
Which is August the 5th.
Yes. Pre-planning for our teachers is July 29th through August 4th. We have worked with our leaders. Our teachers gave us feedback, our leaders gave us feedback that our teachers wanted time in their classroom. So we have, few, if any, district meetings scheduled. They will be working at their school. They'll be working under the direction of their principal. They'll be in their classrooms. And so that will give them some time to get ready and to get prepared. And then that first day of school is bright and early on August the 5th.
Very good. Thank you.
And we are ready to welcome our students back. We still have students enrolling. We still are seeing classrooms get full. So we want to continue to see that trend.
Good.
Can you show them the website and get up there, the website part for backwards? Oopsies, my mouse is going crazy. To where they can guide people for their information for back to school.
We also, thank you, for back to school, there is a tab on the website that is literally listed back to school. So if you are a family member or a community member, you can go immediately to the website and find all back to school information.
Very good.
Including your school
May I ask, are we on schedule with American facilities and having our schools ready?
Dr. Tyson, you want to give any updates? But yes, they've done a great job on their back to school schedule.
Yes, they're definitely on track to have everything finished. They're working out at Midway Hills Elementary right now, finishing that up, and then they're going to start doubling back through some of the schools that they've already cleaned, just to do some touching up to make sure that we're ready, and we'll have everything pristine and ready for our district when we open up.
And I'm hoping those HVAC units will be raring to go.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yes.
Very good.
We had July 22nd as our date for everything. It still gave us a little work room before students and teachers arrived, but that's our next date to check everything. And then we'll lend ourselves the next day into back to school bash.
Dr. Brooks, I recall that, I guess it was at the June or maybe May meeting, that we had some students that will be graduating on July 16th.
Yes.
Is that still on?
That is still on. Summer graduation at the high school. Let me pull up my calendar and look at Miss Clayton's exact information. Thank you for that.
16th.
Thursday.
Thursday.
At 4:30, is it?
It is at 3:30 to 4:30.
3:30, okay.
And she has a list of students who were able to complete credits and will be summer graduates.
Very good. That's wonderful. Will that count?
I do not. I believe it's 5, but I don't want to.
Will their graduation scores count?
Yes, ma'am.
With our graduation?
It will.
Very good. All right. Is there any need to go into executive session?
I do not have a need.
Well, if not, then thank you all for attending our July board meeting. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
They probably moved in second, all in favor, let it be known